What's up YouTube? Tops 85 401 here, and I'm going to do a variation video on junk wax era cards. So I think you guys will enjoy this video. So I'm going to start off with the 1986 Tops Tiffany traded. This one's a real interesting variation. This is the glossy version of the Tops Tiffany, and this is the regular one. And what makes it interesting is on most Tops Tiffany, the backs look way different than the regular card, but on the traded, the color of the backs are the same. So the way that you can tell the difference between a Tiffany and a non-Tiffany on the backs is on the non-Tiffany, you look right underneath my finger, there are two little asterisks, or little stars down there. And on the Tiffany version, there are no little stars on that bottom row. So that's one way of telling the difference. And obviously the other way is the card, this front of the card has a glossy stock, a much better, higher quality glossy stock. So that's the 86 variation. And then 87, for all you collectors out there, there's the Tops Tiffany, the regular Tops, and then the O-Peachy. Oh, the O-Peachy is this one right here. And so it says O-Peachy on the bottom there on the O-Peachy. And then the back has writing in French as well as English. And then the Tops and Tops Tiffany. This one, the backs are distinguishably different. The Tiffany has the higher quality stock back, and then the regular Tops just has that standard Tops card stock back. So that's the 87s. 88 Tops. Again, we got the Tops, Tops Tiffany, and O-Peachy, and as you can see, the O-Peachy also says O-Peachy. On this particular year, the numbering's a little bit different on the O-Peachy because they only made a half of the set in O-Peachy. Instead of 792, I think they did like 300 and something cards. I forget how many. So, and then of course you can see the Tiffany one has that higher quality stock than the regular Top stock, and also the O-Peachy stock is kind of an in-between color on the back. And then the fronts, of course, it says O-Peachy. So that's the 88. And then I got 89, 90, and 91 here. I got all three versions of all three cards. So you can see on the O-Peachy for 89 it says O-Peachy on the front, and then 90 and 91 they all say Tops on there instead of O-Peachy. And then on the backs, you could always tell the O-Peachy ones. On the 91, the O-Peachy one, the only way to really tell is it just says on the very bottom line, it says O-Peachy. Let me put my finger, I'll point to it. Right there. It says copyright 1991 O-Peachy. And then the stock is a little bit different too, but the numbering's the same on the 91. On the 90, numbering the same as well, and then again, the O-Peachy kind of has a little bit different color stock, and again it says, the only way to really tell the difference is, you can see where my finger is, it says O-Peachy, and then we got the Tops there, and then the numbering's the same on those, and then the 89, it's 620 for the Tops, and number 263 for the O-Peachy. So that's, oh, also, I want to show you, this is really interesting. But on the 91, there's an additional variation. Let me find it for you guys. I'll put it up here. But you got the Desert Shield variation. And those are the ones that packs of these cards were handed out to the servicemen. And so it kind of goes with that. So these are like the multiplier is 100 on these to the regular card. So those are really tough to get. And moving right along, you got the 91, or 92, excuse me, Tops. So you got the regular Tops. They didn't make Tiffany in 91, but you got the regular Tops. They replaced the Tiffany with the gold. So you got the gold winner, and then the regular gold, and then the O-Peachy one right there. And that one clearly says O-Peachy on the back, so it's different than the previous 2 years. And then on the back, the golds both have, they say Tops Gold. The regular one says Tops, and then the O-Peachy has nothing in the background. You can kind of see where the stats are, where it says Tops Gold or Tops So those are the 4 variations of the 92 tops. Then moving right along to Bowman. Bowman did the same as tops with the Tiffany. So you got Bowman, Tiffany, and Bowman. And you got the Tiffany stock and the regular Bowman stock. So those are the differences there that year. And then 91, or no, that's 89 Bowman. And then 90 Bowman, again, you got the Tiffany and the regular one. And then on the back, again, you can see the stock is a little bit different. You got that higher quality stock. So that's those variations. And then let me move on to, we'll do the score. Score is kind of the same as the Tiffany for 88 only. They made, let's see, they made a glossy score and a regular score. And really the only way to tell the difference on these is it just has a glossy stock compared to the regular stock. So a much nicer stock on the glossy. We got that one. And then Flair did a bunch of the regular and glossies as well. So 87, you got the glossy stock and the regular stock. Then even on the slab it'll tell you Flair or Flair glossy. And 88 and 89, they did that as well. And then, but on the 89 Flair, it's nice because it shows, like, the back is a little bit different. It says Collector's Edition. So we got that. And then the real interesting one is the 1990 Flair Variation. We got the regular, and then there's the only one way to tell. When you look on the bottom here, that one says where my finger is. It says printed Philadelphia, USA. And this one says printed in Canada. You can see that with my finger. So that's a variation card there. Both those came out of packs, and there is a premium value on the ones printed in Canada. Now moving to Don Russ. This is an interesting year. The leaf, of course, is just a Canadian variation like the O-Pee-Chee and Tops. But the other 87 leaves, if I turn them over, watch this. The backs are kind of opposite. So I'll show you what I mean. So one's a factory set version back, and one is pack pulled version back. So that's the 87 Don Russ variation. The 88 Don Russ, of course, you got the leaf, again, Canadian version. And then see the two on this side, the border is a mirror image. So one's a factory set variation and one's a pack pulled variation once again. But see how the borders are a mirror image? So that's pretty interesting there. And the last variation I want to show you from the junk wax era is the 1989 Don Russ. Everything on the front's exactly the same. But if you look where my fingers are here, it says denotes lead league. And one of them, see how there's an asterisk on either side of denotes, and look where it says recent major league performance. And then where it says denotes lead league, there's an asterisk on either side of the word denotes. On the other variation, there's an asterisk on the left side. See where it says denotes? Here, I'll make it real close up. Denotes lead league, right next to where it says performance, an asterisk on the left. And then this one, there's an asterisk on both sides next to the word performance, where it says denotes lead league. So, those are junk wax era variations. So for all you super collectors, hopefully this video comes in handy for people that collect players in that area. Or in that area, in that era. Anyway, peace out.